Hello and welcome to lesson 1 of the 50-30-20 rule. And so first we're going to learn about understanding what the 50-30-20 rule is. So simply 50% of your income will be allocated towards your needs. 30% of your income is allocated towards your wants, and then 20% of your income is allocated towards your savings and or debt. So this is a budgeting method to allocate your money and to plan how to spend your money. So we're going to work through an example here. So let's say you make $20 an hour after tax for 40 hours per week. Then you are walking away with $800 per week. Over the course of roughly a month, that adds up to about $3,200 per month. So if we calculate out our 50%, 30%, and 20% rule for that month, we'll end up with 50% of 3,200 ends up being 1,600. And then 30% of 3,200 is 960, and 20% of 3,200 is 640. So what this means is you are spending about half of your money on things like rent, food, bills, transportation, insurance. So those are your needs. Then you're spending 30% of your income on eating out, streaming, clothes, video games, so on and so forth. Then you're taking the rest of your money, the last 20%, and then you're going to save it, or you're going to put that on extra debt payments, or you're going to put it towards something like within saving, like an emergency fund or towards retirement. So let's go through a couple of examples here. So our first example is going to be with 4,200. Let's use this color. So we'll do 4,200. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 4,200, multiply it times 0.5. That's the same as multiplying by 50%. So this gives us needs at 2,100. Then the wants at 1,260, and then our savings at 840. Then let's go ahead and try this at 3,500. Our needs at 3,500, half of 3,500 is 1,750. 30% of 3,500 is 1,050, and 20% of 3,500 is 700. All right, one more example, and then that'll be it for the first lesson. $6,000, half of 6,000 is 3,000. 30% is 1,800. And 20% is 1,200. So go ahead and move on to the next part in the lesson, and there will be a quiz at the end where you'll be able to practice the 50-30-20 rule.